So for this skill, you're going to be asked to factor a trinomial, so 3 terms, and the first term, the leading coefficient, will either be 1. So for this first one, x squared plus 9x plus 20, the best thing to do, I would say, is first to make sure this is a 1. It's a 1x squared, so you make one of those x's, put your 20 on top, that's your c term. You put your b term down here. If it's out of form, you would always put it in standard form first. So I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to 20 but add 9. And what is it? 4 and 5, 5 and 4 thing, right? And so because this is x squared, when you separate your x, it's going to be x and x. And then you bring down your 4 and your 5. Had that been a -5, then this would be a -5, right? And we had homework over that yesterday, correct? The second one, okay, same thing. It's in standard form. The leading coefficient is 1. So I could go ahead and make an x. I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to -72, but add to 14. So I got to think through all the possibilities. If you're really good at multiplication, this is a lot easier. If you're not good at multiplying, then you can go -72 divided by 2, -72 divided by 3, -72 divided by 4, -72 divided by 5. But I'm sure there's people in here that are good at multiplying. What are those? -4 and 18? Absolutely. So -4 times 18 is in fact -72, and -4 plus 18 is also 14. So then I take that x, break it down as x and x, and I write -4 plus 18. If you did plus 18 minus 4, it's the same thing. Okay. Any questions on this one? So if someone said to factor this polynomial, that would be the answer. Okay. This is called a factor, and this is a factor. On the ACT, they'll say, what is a factor of x squared plus 14x minus 72? Well, this is a factor, and this is a factor. Okay. The third one, what's different about this third one than the first two? It has a negative leading coefficient. So when you have a negative leading coefficient, make sure it's in standard form. It is. Just factor it out. And remember, when you factor out a -1, all it does is change all the signs. So that would become an x squared. That would become a minus 13x and plus 12. And now a is 1. Okay, and so now you're going to do the same steps. You're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to 12 but add to -13. And I taught a couple of you a trick. When they're off by 1, it's always 1, right? -1 and -1 and -12. So I put x minus 1, x minus 12. And kids, I don't know why people forget, but they forget to bring down the -1. Now, an alternative way to write this would also be just a negative sign, like that. So if you see a minus sign, that is the same thing as -1. Okay?